You didn't stumble across this video by chance. This is divine timing. You've been through it. They wronged you, betrayed you, and then had the audacity to play the victim. But listen closely, chosen ones. God saw everything. He witnessed the lies, the schemes, and the manipulation they used to twist the story in their favor. They thought they could get away with it, but God had already warned them to leave you alone. Now, the consequences are coming. This message is urgent. Justice is on its way. While they may still be pretending to be the victims, God knows the truth. They set you up, spread lies, and tried to destroy your reputation. These weren't just petty rumors. They went out of their way to make you look like the villain. They dragged your name through the mud, trying to tarnish everything you worked for. They even stooped low enough to try and put legal charges on you, hoping to mark you with shame and guilt forever. But it didn't stop there. They didn't just target your reputation. They went after every part of your life. They tried to poison your relationships, whispering lies to the people you trusted. Their plan was to isolate you, to make you feel alone and doubting yourself. By dragging your name through the mud, they wanted others to question your integrity. And that's exactly what they did, spreading rumors that cut deep, attacking the core of who you are. But chosen ones, remember this. No matter how deep their deception runs, the truth always rises to the surface. In their attempts to ruin you, they expose themselves. The lies they told about you were actually reflections of their own character. They thought they were clever, but what they didn't realize is that every seed of deceit they planted is now growing into their downfall. They underestimated your strength, and more importantly, God's protection over your life. After all their dirty deeds, they flipped the script. The very people who wronged you started acting like the ones who were hurt. They twisted the narrative so well that some people believed them. It's like watching someone set a fire and then pretend they're the ones who got burned. But here's the truth. God saw their deception even when others were fooled. He knew their hearts and their manipulative tactics. While they painted themselves as victims, God saw through the facade and knew exactly who was responsible for the chaos and pain. God doesn't just see actions, He sees intentions. And while they played their victim card to the world, He knew the real story. Their masks are slipping and the truth is coming out. They thought they were getting away with it, but the scales of justice are tipping back in your favor. People are starting to see them for who they truly are. While they hid behind lies, God witnessed every betrayal. Even though you may have felt isolated, abandoned, and hurt, God never left your side. He was there, watching, documenting every injustice. God isn't passive. He's a God of justice. When He sees His chosen ones being attacked, He moves. What you thought was a season of silence was really a time of preparation. God was preparing to expose every lie, flip every false narrative, and bring you out stronger than before. The very enemies who once thought they were untouchable are now facing the consequences of their own actions. The support they once had is crumbling, and people are starting to see the truth. They were driven by jealousy. Your strength, resilience, and unwavering faith made them uncomfortable. Every time you succeeded, it reminded them of their own shortcomings. Instead of working on themselves, they focused their energy on bringing you down. Their jealousy was a reflection of their inner turmoil, and in their twisted minds, they believed they were untouchable. They thought they could manipulate situations and people without facing any consequences. But God doesn't miss a thing, especially when it comes to His chosen ones. This isn't a message of mere chance. You're reading this because it's meant for you at this very moment in your journey. You've endured trials and betrayals that would have broken lesser souls, but not you. They betrayed you, lied about you, and sought to tarnish your name. They crafted false stories, manipulated others, and twisted the truth to suit their narrative. They played the victim while making you the villain. But here's the truth. God saw it all. Not a single lie, not one act of deceit escaped His gaze. They may have thought they outsmarted you, but they could never outsmart God. And now their time of reckoning is here. The justice they thought they evaded is finally catching up to them. They tried to hurt you and then hid behind a facade, believing they were safe. They told themselves that their lies would hold up, that they'd face no consequences. But what they didn't count on was that they weren't just fighting you, they were fighting God's chosen. And now the guilt is suffocating them. While they may look composed on the outside, internally they're falling apart. They've begun to realize the magnitude of what they've done, but it's too late. Sleepless nights have become their new reality. No matter how much they try to distract themselves, the memories of their actions replay in their minds. The things they did to you haunt them. Every deceitful word, every calculated move now lingers in their conscience. The betrayal they thought they buried is resurfacing with a vengeance. It clings to their every thought, refusing to let go. Their minds have become prisons, and their guilt the warden. They thought they could escape the consequences of their actions, but they've only trapped themselves. They may have fooled others, but they can't fool their own souls. Their conscience, once silenced by pride and arrogance, has now awakened, and it's relentless. Every lie they told is coming back to them, echoing in the quiet moments when they're alone. They can no longer escape the guilt that gnaws at them. Their hearts are heavy with remorse, but no amount of regret can undo what's been done. They tried to move on as if nothing happened, as if they could walk away from the wreckage they caused. But their lives have come to a standstill. They thought they could harm you and continue on their path to success, but God had other plans. He has placed a divine block on their progress. Spiritually, emotionally, even materially, they are stuck. Every area of their life has been touched by their own wrongdoing. Their relationships are crumbling, their ambitions have stalled, and the future they once saw so clearly has become foggy. They are frustrated, confused, wondering why nothing is going right. But the answer is simple. You cannot plant seeds of destruction and expect to reap blessings. God has ordained this stagnation as a form of divine justice. He has closed every door, blocked every path, and stifled every opportunity until they confront what they've done. While they remain trapped, you are rising. You've been lifted, elevated to new heights they could never have imagined. Every attempt to harm you only built a stronger foundation for your success. Every attack they launched against you was turned into a stepping stone for your growth. They don't realize it yet, but their downfall is a direct consequence of coming against God's chosen. The energy they spent trying to tear you down has backfired. What they thought would be your downfall has become their undoing. The lies they spread, the gossip they fueled, it's all coming full circle. The karma they tried to avoid is now their constant companion, and it's unraveling everything they once held dear. Their finances are collapsing, opportunities are slipping through their hands, and their relationships are deteriorating. Every move they make seems to lead to another failure, another closed door, and they don't understand why. But you do. They thought they could harm you and escape unscathed, but no one escapes divine justice. Karma isn't just a word, it's a force of balance, a universal law, and it doesn't miss. It doesn't come when it's convenient, nor in ways they expect. It hits them where it hurts the most, in the places they thought were secure. They thought they could control their destiny, but now they're realizing that every action has consequences, and no amount of manipulation can change that. The karmic wheel is turning, and it won't stop until they've faced the full weight of their choices. They wanted to see you broken, but in the end, they've broken themselves. Every plan they made to sabotage you, every lie they told, has only led to their own ruin. What they didn't understand is that when they came against you, they weren't just coming against another person. They were coming against God Himself. You are chosen, protected by divine power, and no one who comes against you can succeed. Yes, They may have caused you pain, they may have brought hardship into your life, but they could never destroy you. From the very beginning, God had his angels surrounding you, guarding you from the worst of their attacks. What they intended for evil, God turned into good. Even in your weakest moments, God was working behind the scenes, fortifying you, strengthening you. Every attempt to tear you down only fortified the walls of divine protection around you. They didn't realize they were fighting a losing battle from the start. God's protection doesn't just shield your body, it shields your spirit, your mind, and your purpose. They tried to break your spirit, but you've emerged stronger than ever. They tried to shake your faith, but it only grew deeper. Every blow they delivered was absorbed by the divine armor God placed around you. And while they are now trapped in the consequences of their own actions, you are walking in peace. God cut them out of your life for a reason. He saw the evil in their hearts long before you did, and he removed them from your path so you could grow unencumbered by their negativity. Now, while they are stuck, you are thriving. Their attempts to destroy you only highlighted your resilience. They wanted to dim your light, but all they did was make you shine brighter. Every struggle, every betrayal has shaped you into the person you are today, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your purpose. You've not only survived their attacks, you've thrived in spite of them. Now, as they watch from the sidelines, they are witnessing the very thing they feared, the fullness of your greatness, your glow, your strength, your growth. It's undeniable now. What they meant to break you, God used to build you. The things they thought would be your downfall have only elevated you. You are living proof that no weapon formed against you will prosper. While they are stuck, trapped in their own web of deceit, you are walking in divine favor. Your elevation isn't just physical, it's spiritual. You are walking in a higher realm, guided by God's divine plan for your life. Let go of the negativity they tried to impose on you. Their evil deeds are no longer your burden to carry. Forgive them, not for their sake, but for your own peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing what they did. It means releasing the hold their actions have had over your life. By letting go of the past, you free yourself to rise even higher. Your future is too bright, your purpose too important to be weighed down by their darkness. The more you let go, the faster you'll ascend. God has already taken care of your enemies. The battle is over, and you have won. Their downfall is inevitable, and your rise is unstoppable. Your heart remained pure through it all, and now God is rewarding your faithfulness with blessings beyond what you can imagine. Every challenge you faced, every trial you endured has been met with divine favor. Your perseverance, your resilience, your faith, they haven't gone unnoticed. God is blessing you in ways you never expected, and the best is still yet to come. You are walking in abundance, abundance of peace, abundance of opportunities, and abundance of spiritual growth. The very things they tried to take from you, God is restoring tenfold. Doors are opening that no one can shut. Your future is bright, chosen one, and their darkness can no longer touch you. The rewards of your faithfulness are overflowing, and you are living in the manifestation of God's promises. So keep rising, keep walking in faith. Know that as you continue to ascend, they will continue to fall. Your victory is already written, and their downfall is inevitable. Trust in God's timing, stay focused on your path, and watch how He continues to move in your favor. You are chosen, you are protected, and you are unstoppable.